Here are 3 reasons why you should get chickens for your garden. Hi, this is Gary MacDougall from Grow the Food You Love. So the first reason why I want you to get chickens are eggs. We have eggs from our garden. So imagine getting an amazing protein source, a fat source that your chickens are producing for you right from your yard. We have these for breakfast, lunch, and supper. They're incredible, they're delicious, and the yolks are super rich and really good for you. So the second reason I want you to get chickens is compost. And I'm going to show you what we do with our compost. Is we take all our food scraps and we put them in this bin that we've created in their run. Now it's in the run so it doesn't, different critters and different birds and raccoons can't get at the food, but we put all our veggie scraps, all the green waste, coffee grounds, avocado peels, bananas, all that stuff go in there, and when that bin's full, we then run it through our heat composting system. And the reason why we heat compost, have you ever gotten soil that has brought in disease or it's brought in weeds? When you heat compost it like we do with the chickens, and chicken manure gets super hot, we heat that up in our composting bins, and I just want to show you we've got 2 bins full back here. One of them, this has only been sitting for, wow, it's really cool actually, because I guess it's been rained on, but this has been sitting for 6 months. You can see there's still some woody debris in here, but there's a worm. I've loaded this pile with worms, so for the next 6 months the worms will eat all this woody debris down, and all the chicken manure and all that stuff has all been composted, and this will be an amazing source of food for our soil and our vegetables. So the third reason why I think it's great for you to get chickens is they will scratch and get all your predator bugs, all the bad guys. So for example, in the spring when I used to plant seeds directly into the garden, like my peas, my carrots, my beets, the seed would germinate, and as it would come up, predators would get it. Cutworms, snails, slugs, there's other things. Wood bugs would also get them. So now what we do is we'll put our chickens in the beds and we'll fence them off in that bed, because otherwise they'll eat our whole garden. We fence them off in the bed we want them in, and we put like 4 in there or whatever, and we'll watch them eat like wood bugs, slugs, snails, cutworms, all that stuff. And now this year the growth is just amazing. We get all kinds of growth in our garden, so chickens will clean out your beds for you. And now I want to walk you through a couple of things that you want to consider before getting chickens. One, we get a watering can. That watering can, it's 5 gallon size. I think that's a 5 gallon size. I fill that and it feeds these. We have 15 chickens. It feeds them for about, I want to say a week, but it's more like 6 days. Every 6 days I have to fill that up. So it's only once every 6 days. That's great. The next thing is, people often ask, do I have to warm the coop in the winter? Do we have to shut the door and stuff? You can see, not sure if you can see this, Petra, but there's a little door there. And that door we leave open all year. That's been open for 5 years, and the chickens stay warm in there. The 2 things you have to do is, 1, have a roof that's good enough that's going to keep them dry. Chickens do not want to get wet at night. If they get wet at night, they're going to get sick, and it's not going to be good for the chickens. 2, they don't like cold drafts. So that little door keeps them warm enough in there that they've been healthy, super healthy for 5 years. What else? The next thing is, I want to show you how we designed our coop and how we built it. We built it so that the doors are wide and they're big, so I can get in there and clean it easy. And I say clean it easy because we clean this. Oh, we got our egg carton from collecting eggs. We clean this every single day. So what I do in the morning, I come out here with a bucket and my gloves, and I go in, and I always keep fresh shavings in here, and I pick out the chicken poop. And I do that, and it takes me less than a minute. I put it in my bucket, and then from the bucket, it goes into their composting system. So it's super important to keep it clean. It takes less than a minute a day. And then every couple of months or so, every few months, I will clean out all these wood shavings, and I'll really wipe it down in here, really clean it out. And that keeps it smelling fresh, smelling good. And that's something that I want to say just about smells and stuff. Chicken coops should not smell. I keep it smelling really good in there, really easy. 1, we get lots of leaves from our neighbors. Our neighbors throw over leaves, and we put leaves in their run, and that absorbs the smell from the chicken poop. Love saying that word. Next, we get wood chips for free from the city. They'll drop them off. I ask them to drop them off. We get 10 yards of wood chips. We'll put those in the runs as well. That keeps it smelling so fresh and clean in there. So it's super cheap to run. cheap to feed them. And if you have enough chickens and you have a few extra to sell to your neighbors and stuff, and neighbors love eggs. I could sell so many more eggs, but we're not really doing this for that. It will easily pay for itself. So get chickens. I highly recommend it. You've got to keep them safe. I will say that. So for example, their run here is enclosed. No animals can get in there, but I have a door here, a little trap door. This door I shut every single night, and I shut this at night so that raccoons and rats can't get into the run area, and they will go in this every night all by themselves. But during the day, we'll open this up, and you can see that the hinge is broken. So we open it up, and they come out, and they spend their day out there in the run, in their other run area, and they have their feed in there. And so you want to give them some space to scratch. They want some dirt to scratch and keep themselves clean. I think that's it. If I haven't covered it all, come to our Facebook page, Grow the Food You Love. You can ask me questions there, and I will teach you more about chickens in your yard. I so want you to get them.